What's good, Raven Space family? Today we are doing reaction to NFL on ESPN, NFL Live. They're talking about bringing OBJ in. I kind of agree with that, but let's see what they say. Again, I don't watch these before you guys watch them, so we're going to check it out.
Say, hi, OBJ, we'll give you whatever you want to come join the football team.
OBJ.
If they need him, I'll do it. Oh, I love that. Go ahead, Lena. By the way. This wide receiver group lacks depth right now, and I think OBJ is still a true number one and gives them an element that will frankly be missing even with Jackson or Duvernay, who I think has been a pleasant surprise this year. I've also really liked what I've seen from Isaiah Likely, who is almost like a hybrid tight end wide receiver. He's an excellent route runner, really good after the catch, but it's not the same. They are missing a number one wide receiver, and they need to do something about it.
So, guys, I 100% agree. We got to do something because we're not talented enough at wide receiver. Duvernay, like she said, is having a great season, but he's a number two. Right now, he's a number two, so we have to bring someone in. OBJ, is he the right answer? Again, you never want to fix an injury-prone position with an injury-prone player, but I think we're in a situation right now where we have to roll the dice, and if we roll the dice and we win, the rewards are going to be plentiful and bountiful. And how much could he really want? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's something like, hey, whatever the one team wants to give you, we'll double it if we can do that, right? Because again, we're going all in, obviously. So let's go on all in the season. He only wants a 1-year deal, probably. Let's give him the money we can give him, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, and per usual, MK has the best suggestion. I say if neither of those things transpire, it's got to be Lamar Jackson being Superman. This offense is not going to be good enough explosive-wise at the wide receiver spot to win the Super Bowl. So I agree with you, Dan. The only way you overcome that is your quarterback that's looking to get $250, $270 million has to figure out a way to overcome it. And I know that's what he's been having to do, and it's been resulting in them not being able to go deep into the playoffs. But here's where we are. And if Deshaun Jackson is not going to...
So let me stop it really quickly. Because he has been having to do that, and I think he's been doing a good job of it, but no one person can do it alone, guys. Again, other quarterbacks who get paid, so much money, they have stars at the receiver position. Okay, stars. And we have to help Lamar, and we don't do a good job of doing that, and I think it's messed up.
The top off of the defense, then we can't act like the only other option out there is not only OBJ or Lamar Jackson just being way more per usual as they go down the stretch. So if it's a fix to it, get OBJ and sign him. If you can't have a fix, it's got to be Lamar Jackson making up for it.
I think you can. Like Mina said, I think you do go get OBJ, but OBJ can't help you until the middle of December. He's not ready to go yet. And if you get 19 yards of reception out of Bateman, I'm telling you firsthand here on NFL Live, Deshaun Jackson can still run, man. And that's all you need is a guy to lift the coverage. You need somebody to lift.
And this is the grand experiment we're going to try. It didn't seem in the first game Lamar was, ready to let that ball go. And Jackson's the type of guy that you just got to throw as far as you can, and hopefully he can go get it. So hopefully, again, the bye week, they get that rhythm going. But again, it still won't hurt to call OBJ. I just don't imagine how much other teams would be willing to pay him, right? If again, just double it for a year, right? Because it falls off your books after the year. Now, again, if he wants a long-term deal, he's only willing to take, multiple years. That's different. But no team is willing to give him that. Hey, I say roll the dice. I do. Let's as many options as possible. That's what I think we should do.
The coverage.
Really fast, Adam Schefter is tweeting that Deshaun Jackson was just activated. So to Keith's point, we'll find out. And by the way, the Ravens play on Monday Night Football against the Saints. News on the Saints coming, but Dan, one more comment.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson's a legend. They ain't going to Super Bowl because of Deshaun Jackson.
Okay, well, there you go.
100% true.
About that, Dan, it's about replacing a guy that can get you those yards, and he can do it.
No, he can't.
He can
not
stretch
the
field.
Style. No, Keith, there's no way.
What do you mean?
Keith.
He can stretch the field, Dan.
For the next 15 weeks, you're banking on Deshaun Jackson being available for the next 15 weeks to vertically stretch the field.
enough. And I put it this way. I think he can do it enough that they put themselves in a position to make a run still in the playoffs. I'm not saying it's going to be every single game.
Go, Mina. Well, see, I think Devin Duvernay can actually stretch the field. The issue more is, do you have a wide receiver who can win on the perimeter and move the chains?
Right.
I think healthy OBJ can be that guy, but to your point, Key, he's not going to be able to play for a while. That said, I think the Ravens are good enough to hold down the fort until he is healthy. Frankly, they're still going to win a lot of football games.
Awesome. So again, Mila was making some good points there. Honestly, I don't know why we don't throw Duvernay more deep balls. I don't know why we don't do that. I think if, I'm one of those people who thinks we should throw it deep at least 3 times a game. And when I say deep, I mean like go deep post. If you get one-on-one coverage, just toss that bad boy up and see what happens, right? Because usually it's going to be incompletion or pass interference. And then, again, the fact the interceptions just don't really happen that much on those deep throws. Especially when it's one-on-one coverage. Now, if you have a safety over the top, that's different because he can track it. But one-on-one throws, not really. So that's how I feel. Again, I'm with OBJ. Let's go get OBJ. I think OBJ will help us out immensely. I think OBJ, when he gets healthy, he still can run great routes. And we saw that in the Super Bowl. He still can run great routes. Let's give him a chance. I would even, to be honest, guys, let's say the Cowboys, which he's rumored to be interested in, they want to give him $5 million for 1 year. I would say, hey, OBJ, we'll give you $5 million for 2 years. That's security for you. Because, again, we're not going to go anywhere without a good receiver. We're not going to get one in free agency, right? Because they don't want to come into our scheme. So you either have to trade for one or draft a superstar. And we've shown we can't draft superstar receivers. So that's what I would do. Let's get OBJ in here, give him a chance. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But right now, we're not good enough to win the Super Bowl with our receiving core. So that was it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Again, we do these videos every day, so please subscribe.